What is up, console superstars, and how are you all doing? I'm hoping that you are all going to have or are actually already having a marvelous day and night. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what we did. We simulated until Derek Jeter reached the majors, or at least he got his call up. It is now 2017, and we actually have played a few games in the majors. We made his MLB debut. We have already hit our first home run, which was also our first hit, and all of that was recorded, guys. We had the footage and everything. I was recording it on the Elgato, and then when I look over the footage, it's actually all basically damaged. The whole footage was damaged, the audio was broken, the video was laggy, and the audio was basically laggy along with the video, and that's how it was broken. So unfortunately, that prevents us from actually putting his official debut here, but we are going to make this his MLB debut. But before we get into it, we are going to show you guys that the Diamondbacks are actually the first place team in the West, the Cubs are the first place team in the Central, and the Nationals are the first place team in the East. In the American League, it's the Rangers, Indians, and Red Sox. And in the National League, for the wild card, it's basically the Pirates and Dodgers. And for the American League, it's the Mariners and Tigers. Now let's show you guys the league leaders as well. Now this guy is Steve Baez. He's 19 years old. I'm pretty sure he was generated by MLB 16 The Show. And he looks like he might be one of the greatest players to ever play the game, being 19 and putting up numbers like that. Nick Markakis leading in hits, at bats Andrew McCutchen, doubles Gregory Polanco, triples Ben Revere, home runs Corey Seager, RBIs Corey Seager, runs Chris Bryant, stolen bases, etc. So let's go to awards, and this will probably be the final thing I show you guys before we actually get into some gameplay. So MVP, top 3 for it are Corey Seager, Bryce Harper, and Chris Bryant. For Cy Young, it's Jake Arrieta, Strasburg, and Fernandez. Batting title is obviously Steve Baez. After him is Nick Markakis, and then Span. Reliever of the year is Clippard, Jansen, and Mark Melancon. And for Rookie of the year is obviously Steve Baez because he's having a crazy year. Hank Aaron Award is apparently him too. And those are the Gold Glove. But let's go to the American League as well and show you guys how it is. So in the American League, top 3 are JD Martinez, Kyle Seager, and Carlos Gonzalez. So Kyle Seager is definitely, the Seager brothers are putting in work. For Cy Young is James Paxton, Jake Odorizzi, and Danny Duffy. So not usually the people you expect to hear about. Batting title is Miguel Cabrera, Steve Pearce, JD Martinez. Reliever of the year is Brooke Norman, Steve, and Francisco Rodriguez. So he's obviously making a comeback. Rookie of the year, we have Reggie Plummer, Felipe Montano, and Charlie Pena. Now Hank Aaron Award goes to Miguel Cabrera, Mike Trout in second, and then Michael Saunders. And then that's pretty much everything you guys had to be updated in. If you guys want to know more or want me to keep you guys in the loop in terms of the league leaders and the awards race and the standings, just make sure you guys comment that down below. And every new month I will do a little update like I am doing in this video. But without further ado, let's get into our YouTube MLB debut. Alright, so we are at Chase Field at our home. As you guys can see, we have an outstanding record, and let's make our YouTube Major League debut, as I have already actually made my Major League debut, but the footage was broken. As I previously stated before, we're hitting 316 and have 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 350 on base percentage, and we are on Veteran Plus, making our way to All-Star in this dynamic hitting. The first pitch comes and it's right down the middle. We hit a line drive to right field and he doesn't catch it. Could we actually stretch that out? Definitely not. It is a single, and it's definitely how we want to start off our YouTube Major League debut with our first ever career hit on YouTube, which feels special. Even though there is no cinematic or anything, I'm pretty sure we can steal the base on this lefty. It might be a little bit risky, but definitely possible. He didn't have much of a leg kick, and that ball is hit deep into the outfield, but it is way too high for us to even try to run back and then try to tag. It would be way too close anyways. So I believe there are 2 outs now full count. That means we are going. There's no need to actually take a lead now, because what is the point? The pitcher knows we're running, so he might actually try to pick us off that way. So we're going off, and he gets walked, and apparently we get credited with a steal as well. So I don't know if that actually goes into the stat sheets, but if it does, then I'm pretty happy we're filling it out. And look at these uniforms. I'm actually digging them. I think they actually look pretty nice. This is a fly ball to right field, and I believe that's Nelson Cruz, but I'm not too sure. It looks like it's him, and he makes the third out of the second inning. And let's continue on with the gameplay. So bottom of the fourth, there's one out, runner on first. We're looking over here to actually rip this baseball, maybe get the runner over, who knows. But one thing we're definitely not trying to do is hit into a double play. That cannot happen, guys. So we take a ball there as they try to pitch out and actually get the runner moving, but he did not move at all. So the second pitch comes, and it's pretty low. We swing over it, swung a little bit early, and that's one of our problems. Our pitch recognition might not be the greatest, and there's a little pickoff move, but he dives back into the base on time. And hopefully he stops paying attention to the runner and starts paying attention to us. I mean, look at those pants, guys. I'm actually digging it. I know a lot of people were actually pretty skeptical about the D-backs uniform, but in my opinion, they look pretty stylish, especially on Jeter. I might have to change some of his accessories from navy blue to like black or something, because navy blue doesn't really match the red, but who knows if he gets traded from the Diamondbacks. So we had a good swing. We were just under the ball, so we weren't able to make any contact, but with 2 strikes, the pitch comes, and it's a curveball, and we let the curveball dive in a little bit on us. He's actually throwing over to the cutoff man, and they're gonna catch us in the middle of nowhere. So we get the job done and move the runner over, but unfortunately we cost our team a runner on base because we tried to play it a little bit more aggressive than we needed to. And it's a ground ball hit right to us. Easy play, no problem on Showtime. And we have 2 outs or 1 out. I don't even know how many outs that was. So I'm going to assume that was the first out, and we're about to get the second out as well. And if we get the 3 outs, that would be awesome, because Derek Jeter is awesome. At the end of the day, we dive and are nowhere near that ball. Let's run a little bit over here where it's telling us to go, but the ball is thrown to the second baseman anyways, and it's Kyle Seager right there. He is ripping the league apart, and apparently the Mariners just score 5 runs on us. So now it's up to us to actually try and make a comeback for the team. The ball comes pretty low. Kyle Seager dives, and he makes the play. Wow. At least I believe that was Kyle Seager. He's just doing everything all around in the majors, and that is pretty unbelievable. I mean, look at that dive. He just robbed us of a hit. And we get one more at bat. It's the bottom of the 4th, and we are coming back. It's actually 5-4. And does Derek Jeter have it in him to actually get a base hit and provide his team a very much needed spark? I thought that was going to be a ball, but it looked pretty enticing. So I actually decided to swing at it at the last second, and that's why it was very late. But we're not swinging at something like that again. Oh my God, that slider looked perfect. But we read it a little bit too late, and now we're deep down in the count. It's 0-2, and he's probably going to get us to chase, but we're not chasing at all. Never mind, we actually are chasing after all. And I don't know if we end the episode right here, but apparently the game is over. And I did have a little short clip of the standings and everything. So the next episode is going to be 2 games, guys, and it's always going to be 2 games unless one of the games takes around 8 minutes, because I don't want to put a super long video out there just yet for you guys. But with that, we end today's episode. So as always, guys, if you like the gameplay and the commentary, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't joined the Console Superstars already, make sure you do by hitting that subscribe button. And as always, guys, have a great day and night. Stay positive, keep on grinding, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out, Console Superstars.